How's it going, boys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So today we're gonna do a Sven guide, and in this current patch, Sven is one of the most amazing broken fucking heroes in the game. So this is a little bit different from what I usually do. I usually just do gameplay walkthroughs of my entire the entire game, so you can see like from start to finish. But you know, it does take a while for you guys to actually watch the whole thing. Let me know if you like this kind of guide. If you do, yo, drop a comment down below and I'll keep making these guys. If you rather watch the whole gameplay because you want to learn like the different aspects at like different times in the game and different situation popping up, what you should do and stuff, let me know and I'll keep doing those kind of videos. But this one, I'm just gonna go a brief rundown on how you should play the hero, itemization, everything you need to know if you want to play Sven. Okay, if you never really play him and you want to try him out. So as you can see, my set is fucking sexy AF. But as a Sven, let's just go through leveling. Okay, so for leveling, what you want to do is I'll go through some of the leveling. So level 1, almost always you're gonna just pick stun, because cleave at level 1, you don't want to push out wave. It's 30% cleave. I would say the only time you would get this is if you're trying to run away, or if you're trading. But like, even if you're doing that, stun just better. You stun them, you can run away. You can stun and hit them. You know, stun is also 110 damage nuke, which is higher than most level 1 nukes. Because if you look at DK's nuke, it's 90 damage. If you look at Lena's nuke, I believe it's like 100 as well. No, it's only 85 actually. So a lot of these nukes at level 1 are very low damage compared to Sven's. Oh, Storm's is 120, so Storm's is higher, but this is also a stun. So, you know, you always want to just start off with stun, and then depending on your lane, you want to either go 1 point in Warcry or you just want to max cleave. If you feel like you might die, or if your support might die, or if you're trying to trade more effectively, one value point is really good, because you get the bonus movement speed, which you can help you run away from stuff, extra armor for trading, and it's just very cheap. It's 30 mana cost. The only problem is that it does have a 32-second cooldown, so you can only use it so many times. But yeah, so after that, you kind of want to just go cleave. Okay, you just want to max out cleave ASAP and take your ulti at level 6 almost every single time. The only time you wouldn't take your ulti is if you don't have mana, which that should not be the issue. Just buy fucking clarities, okay? Don't be cheap. Don't be cheap. Buy clarities, mangoes, whatever you need. Clarities preferably. Mangoes not as good, not good value. You can jungle with a clarity on you in the early game, and after, when you get to level 10 and once you get Echo Saber, mana should not be an issue for Sven anymore. It used to be, but they buffed the mana regen and everything, so Sven's pretty Gucci in that aspect. So maxing out cleave first ASAP because you want to farm creeps. You might want to get 1 more point in stun for the value, because it does increase the stun duration and damage and cooldown. But you know, if you're playing carry Sven, it's a no-no. If you're playing mid Sven, offlane Sven, support Sven even, it is viable. Like, Sven can go for the aura build, so he can go for the max Warcry and the stun for the disable and nuke. Like, stun is a 320 nuke, man. That's quite a lot. AoE stun 2 seconds and the nuke for 320 damage every 12 seconds, and you can even use your talent to make it even better with the cooldown reduction and more stun duration. So it's pretty good. And the Warcry is 15 bonus armor, so it's basically a AC armor for 8 seconds every 20 seconds, which is broken as well. But we're gonna be talking about carry Sven. So starting items, actually let me go through the entire scaling first. So after this, once you get to like once you're level 7, you want to just start maxing out, normally you just want to maxing out Warcry, because there's only 10 more mana. So the armor helps you farm ancients, and it also helps you just run faster in between camps. So when you farm one, you can run to the next one faster and clear the entire jungle, because Sven farms super fast. 90% damage, basically meaning that it doesn't even matter what creep you're hitting, you're basically killing everything. So yeah, I can be hitting, I don't even have to hit the one that's like high health necessarily. I can just hit any one and it will be fine. Here, I would just almost always take mana, because then you don't have to worry about like clarities, all that shit. Like 2.5 is a lot of mana, man. I would only go strength if you have like a CM or a Kato or someone that can give you mana constantly on your team. If not, then just go for mana. I usually always go for mana because, I mean, 7 damage, some HP is good. It is really nice. It is really nice. Don't get me wrong, but it's just good. So lifesteal, I would almost get this if I don't have like Vlad's on my team, or if I'm not going Mask of Madness, which I'll be going to later. But I will go lifesteal. But the only, like, if they have like a Necro, Pugna, or a shit ton of Ghost Scepters, even Glimmer Capes too, a lot of these go for Stormhammer Dispel. I would say you almost always want to build like some kind of lifesteal, or you get like a neutral item that gives you lifesteal, such as like this one, or this one. Or you just make your team offlaner by Vlad or something. Because the only way how Sven gets fucked is Ghost Scepters, Glimmers, Yules, all that shit, bro. If you can just fucking dispel it, they literally can't stop you. You're gonna have a 7-second stun that dispels shit every 7 seconds. Yeah, so this is probably better in most cases. But sometimes lifesteal is fine, because if they don't build Ghost Scepters, you know, if they don't have Necro, they don't have those kind of heroes. Even, like, bro, Dispel, you can Dispel Windrun, I'm pretty sure. Let me just do a real quick test. I'm pretty sure you can Dispel shit like Windrun. Yeah, you can Dispel Windrun. You can also Dispel shit like Ember. You can Dispel shit like this. Yeah, you can do that. Dispel means that you can dispel almost every fucking spell that is dispellable. Anything that does not say undispellable, you can dispel. So, if you're against a Wind Ranger, you don't even have to make MKB. Just pop that shit and he's dead. He cancels his win run. So, anyways, that's actually an interesting trick. Not many people might know that. Over here, you almost never go for movement speed, because this is just too fucking good. Because you almost always want to go Aghanims on Sven now. I'll tell you guys why in a second. Movement speed is good if you want to run really fast, but honestly though, why would you want to run if you can just fucking doink people and fly? And obviously max your ulti and max your stun last. Unless if you're trying to like go for fighting, then you can get like 2 points in your stun and then max your everything else and then max your stun. Level 25, you just go for the God Strength damage if you're carry, or stun duration if you have trouble locking people down like AM. So for example, your God Strength 50% more is like, you're like, I don't need it, I just need to lock down AM for 1 more second so I can hit him 1 or twice more to kill him. Then you go for something like this. If you're going like a Slark or AM or something that you need to lock down for a long time, go for the stun duration, because this is a long ass stun, man. This is a 3-second stun. It's a long time. So unless if you just need more damage, like they have an Underlord or some shit that you just need more damage, or like a TB, just go for God Strength. Or even stun too. Like stun is damage. Damage is stun, you know. It really depends if you need lockdown or just pure physical damage. Then go through the item build. So Quelling Blade, it's pretty fucking central. I mean, you just start with it every time. I like to just go regen, because a lot of time on Sven, I'd like to rush Midas in this patch, because it gives you a 40 attack speed, and Sven really needs that attack speed. And also it helps you level up faster, get your God Strength up, get your talents, which is broken, and just gives you gold and attack speed, so you don't have to worry about buying attack speed items. Let's say you don't have this, you kind of always have super low attack speed until you go like, unless if you go like Treads or Mask of Madness. So I'll just go through basics. So wand, you know, obviously just buy wand every game. You can, if you don't need it in lane, let's say they have like a, I don't know, like a Darkseer, or what's like an offlaner that never casts spells, like an Underlord for example. He casts 1 spell every fucking 30 seconds or something. Obviously don't buy wand. If they have a Bristol, you know, buy wand. I just get Ring of Regen so I can constantly regen in lane. Start off some branches, turn that into a wand, and then just go like two so this is what I go. So I go Ring of Regen, double branch, Quelling Blade. I go 1 Tango if I feel like they have like a Doom or something that doesn't really harass me a lot early game, and I can go a Mango so I can like use my stun more. Or if I feel like they're like not really gonna fuck, like they're gonna fuck with me a lot, like something like a co-op off lane or some kind of position for Lina that's gonna hit you a lot, or Skywrath Mage, I just go double set of Tango, so I can just like regen through, sustain through the entire lane. And plus this, and I'm on their tower, I'm regenning a lot. So after this, I'll ship out more regen if I need it. Usually I don't buy mangoes anymore. I just go clarities and salves if I need it, or maybe like set of tangos. But maybe I usually just go like one more set after the 6. Like 3 sets of tangos is already too much. If you're gonna be needing more, you probably need to go jungle or something, man. Something's not up right with your game, so you need to change your play style. And I like to go phase boost on Sven. Treads is really good because it gives you attack speed and everything, helps you farm faster. But the only reason why I go phase boost is because Sven has like kind of an armor problem. Early game especially, he does have a somewhat of an armor problem. And if you're going like not like necessarily like he has this shit, so he doesn't have armor problem. But you know, like I'm saying early game when you have 1 point in this, or you don't have a point in this at all. So that's one thing. And two, since your movement speed got buffed, and this is percentage movement speed, so every little bit of movement speed that you gain from the movement speed buff on Sven a couple patches ago by like 10 or something, or like 15, it increases by even drastically. So you're super fucking fast. Like Sven's a fast ass hero, and plus with your Warcry movement speed, you're running around like a fucking truck, dude. You're running around so fast. There's actually a niche item build where you go drums and you just run like a fucking maniac. Like you actually, like, let's see how fast you run now, okay? So you go this. You're running at haste. This is haste speed. You actually cannot go faster than this. This is straight up haste speed right here. You actually just run around full hasted like all the time and just kill everyone. It's pretty insane. Let's see. Yeah, this is haste speed. You don't even need drums. You don't need drums. You actually don't even need drums. This is hasted speed. This is the 550 max speed you can go. So it's like this. Yeah, this is, so you don't need drums. Yeah, I was wrong actually. Mistakes were made. So just go phase boots. You cannot do that with treads. There's no way. Yeah, you can't do that with treads. But with phase boots, you can run around at full max speed and just be chilling, you know? Just be press your Warcry and then just be running around with max speed without windlace even. Who's gonna ever catch you like this? No one. You're too fast. So that's why I like to go phase boost, and I either go Midas or Mask of Madness. I usually don't like to go Mask of Madness because sometimes your silence fucks you up. Because let's say you need a stun and you can't get it off, or like your armor is after this wears out. Well, actually, is the exact same as 6 seconds. So you know it's not too bad. You can just Warcry and Mask of Madness and it will be okay. But it's the stun that sometimes fucks you over a little bit. Not really though. Mask of Madness is just as good, and it gives you lifesteal, and you can disassemble it into something bigger, like a Echo Saber, you know, or you can just go like Satanic afterwards. You can also make this into yeah, pretty much only Echo Saber now. I thought you could make it into MKB, but that was last patch. So either go Midas or Mask of Madness. If the game's hard, I would say Mask of Madness. If the game's easy, rush Midas because it's just more value. And after that, you would go probably just Echo Saber. It's pretty casual, just like a casual Echo Saber for the mana regen and just like double hit, and the slow is pretty nice. After that, I like to go Halberd. Every time, if they have like a Slark, Windranger, PA, Anti-Mage, any kind of right click carry, which is like every single carry in the game, go Halberd, man. Like this item makes you lifesteal more, gives you status resistance, evasion, and everything you need, and you can just Halberd people. Like it gives you, like Sven doesn't really have a damage problem per se, unless if he's going up against like a TB or like a Naga or something. Even then, he just kills their illusions in 2 seconds. You don't need to go Daedalus first item to do damage on Sven, because your ulti gives you free damage. It's kind of like a Ursa, how you don't have to go like MKB or anything, or like Daedalus on Ursa. You just go Abyssal Blade, because you need to lock them down and keep them in place. But the thing about Sven is that he has a free built-in stun, so he doesn't have that problem unless if he gets kited. So I'll just go Halberd. if the game's going smoothly. If the game's going very hard, I'll just go straight BKB after Halberd. I mean Echo Saber, so I can like run around and do stuff and kill people. Maybe like you can win one team fight with the BKB, and that will turn the game around for you guys. So you use BKB the first 10 seconds, you win one fight for your team gets gold, XP, you get a tower, you can secure Roshan, and the game all of a sudden gets super easy. And because Sven farms so fast, so the more ahead you guys are, you will almost never get out farmed by the enemy carry if you're ahead, because you can farm way too fast. You just farm way too fast. So S and Y is for when you don't need Halberd. I rarely go S and Y and Echo Saber. It's too greedy, I feel like, and it kind of does the same shit, honestly. Just choose one or the other. At this point, I usually, after BKB, if the game's going smoothly, I usually like skip BKB, or I don't need it if I'm like really tanky. And then I could just go Aghanims, man. Aghanims, like third items, almost always. It's gonna look like this. Because Aghs is essentially when you're ready to fight. BKB is like when you're forced to fight. Aghs is when you want to fight. You don't need like crits. At this point, all you gotta do is go like this. Doink people and they're dead. It's just that easy. You just gotta use your... Usually I like to build Aghs as I hit my level 20. That's when I like finish my Aghanims. So I get my level 20 talent and I get my Aghs. So I get like the cooldown reduction. So it's so essentially a 7-second blink. That is like what, like 1200 range or some shit. So it's basically a shorter range blink that's uncancelable from damage, and you get like a hit on cast. It is super broken, super good. After that, you know, you could go for something like, if you need more lockdown, Abyssal Blade's legit, guys. Don't be sleeping on Abyssal Blade, because you could like go like this. You can, if they're super tank, go like that, and then you can Abyssal Blade them like an AM. This guarantees that you kill every single carry in the game. You can also go for something like a Shadow Blade if you need initiation, or if you don't want to get initiated on. Let's say they have like a Void, Faceless Void. You don't want to get chronoed first. It's also nice to build Echo Saber. Obviously MKB if they have evasion. If they don't, just go Daedalus, dude. Your crit stick will make you just one-shot people out of nowhere. Because this, for some reason, fucking buffs up your crit damage, so you just randomly one-shot people. Like, you actually just randomly one-shot people by just doinking them. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's pretty dumb on Sven how that works. If you need sustain, or they have like something like a Doom, go Satanic. You know, that's just a basic of every item. If they have like a Doom or something that, or like some kind of Wind Ranger Shackle, or the only way for them to kill you is like with Linken's. I rather rarely go Linken's BKB. This is way too much on Sven. He's pretty tanky with high armor, high HP. This is pretty unnecessarily. I almost either go one or the other. And 99% of the time is BKB. And if you need even more lockdown, like let's say they have like a Wind Ranger or AM, just go Brilliant Thorn, man. And or it also helps with evasion and stuff like that. You can also go this. AC is not very good on Sven because I mean, you have free armor, and also the attack speed is kind of mad, man. I'd rather just go Moon Shard. You kind of want your position 3 to build this item. You do not want to make it yourself, essentially. And Blink Dagger is pretty situational if you really are getting kited. But I would say you don't really need to go Blink on Sven anymore. Just like how you don't go Blink on Ursa. Because of the way how Abyssal Blade got reworked. Sven is kind of the same thing. Because your Aghs now give you that ability, you don't need it anymore. Nullifier is kind of useless because you already have the spell. You know, if you're going up against a Necro to build Nullifier, you already have fucking free the spell every 7 seconds. There's no reason to do that. Late game, just build a refresher or something like that. Some items never go on Sven are like Manta, dude. Like, why the fuck would you go Manta? Or just Garbo. Butterfly's okay, actually. If you're going up against like a lot of even like a PL, man, Butterfly's not too bad. Yeah, Sven's definitely scary. So here are some things to understand when playing Sven. You can pop your ulti to farm and take towers. You don't have to necessarily like save it for the fights, and you can just pop it to take a tower. And if they want to fight you, you fight, because this lasts a long time now, for like 30-40 seconds. So if they want to fight you, you almost always can fight. And you just never want to fight without your ulti because your damage gets significantly lower. And use this to help your team running away. Stun for initiation. Sometimes you don't want to go in first. Sometimes you want to be going in second, so that's why the Shadow Blade comes in. There's a combo you can do like this. So you Shadow Blade, you hit them twice, and then you stun. Because usually they don't have the time to react. Unless if they have like a blink or like a invis ability, you don't want to stun right away. You can hit them and then stun. And then you can hit them more and they will just die. This is a combo. Do that. Boop. Like that. Pretty straightforward. And you don't want to press your BK. Oh yeah, one thing is like this, okay? This is a mistake. So this is a big mistake actually. You press BKB and then you use your Aghanims. Your BKB is still wasted while you're Aghaniming, if you know what I mean. So you want to always go like this. You want to go run in first from afar, Aghanim in, and then BKB. You never want to BKB and then do this. Because you know what would happen? If they have something like a 4-staff or some shit, you will get Kai. You will literally BKB and be flying from here all the way across the map. And then your BKB is already done. You get like one hit and it's done and you die. That actually happens to me before, but some of the heroes that are countering to Sven used to be Wind Ranger, but because of the dispel and everything, it kind of doesn't counter him anymore. PA is actually not bad because your stun hit is a guaranteed hit, and because you do so much damage, like a full out max out PA, you don't even need MKB. This burst damage of 320 plus like just the way how you crit people and how much damage you do kind of kills PA. Some of the worst heroes to play Sven against are probably, well, the best are like Lycan, PL, you know, like these kind of heroes. Well, the thing is, PL actually doesn't counter, Sven doesn't really counter PL if PL and Sven are both 6-slotted. Because PL usually always goes Abyssal Blade and a bunch of fucking like stat items, Scotty Heart, like a bunch of like Butterfly. If Sven can't really burst the PL can kind of juke out Sven and steal all his mana, kite him around, and just kill him slowly. He doesn't even need illusions late game to really like fuck with the Sven. Just 1v1 is like pretty damn strong. Some really bad heroes Sven is against is like, you know, Viper, Quap, and Lane. Things that make him not be able to run around and kill people like Bloodseeker. Legion's kind of like locking Sven down is not that bad. He's pretty tanky. He's not like a squishy carry. He's not like a Slark where if you go on him, he kind of dies. He also doesn't like the Banes and the stuff. But a lot of these counters are like not that bad because you have a Dispel now. So you can Dispel Necro, Wind Ranger, all these things. Probably the worst ones are like Winter Wyvern for support. Because you can fucking kill your own team and he will prevent you from killing their team. Or something like OD where he can just kite you, astral you forever. But it does get a little bit hard once you have Aghanim, so yeah. What else is there? Carries that are hard to deal with, you know, like the Huskars disarming you. Probably the worst two are Troll and Ursa, because these guys will, like, Sven needs to burst people kind of, and he's really good at one-on-one fighting. But the problem with Ursa and Troll is that they're the gods of one-on-one fighting. Like 1v1, no one fucks with Ursa or Troll because they just hit you and they kill you, and yeah, it is pretty scary to deal with Ursa. If you stun him, he sees your stun coming, he pops ulti. That shit lasts for 0.1 second, and then he turns around, bashes you once, and you just kind of die. Unless if you're really farmed. And yeah, so that's basically Sven. Sven also does not like mana burners like anti-mage that are elusive as fuck. But essentially that's it. I'm not sure if I missed out on anything. Item guys, skill build wise, and just overall as a Sven. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and check out my Twitch, check out my Patreon, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.